Hello everyone, I am White John. I genuinely don't know why I'm on this panel. I used to do some live streaming, not so much anymore, but I'm pretty sure I can get you some good insights into it. My name is Patrick, or known as Reverse Ops. I'm a live streamer based out of Honolulu, Hawaii. I do aviation live streams from there, and whenever I go on vacation, so mostly from Honolulu.
Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. I'm Swiss001, the flight sim clown, I would call myself. So you guys, you go out to make your videos. I just sit at home at the flight simulator to make my video. That's like the main difference between you guys.
I'm Caleb. I run a channel called Caleb's Aviation. I've done quite a bit of airport live streams. I've done some with flight simulators, but I also almost have my actual pilot's license, so I dump a lot of my money into that.
Joey here, and my new channel name is Jazzed Up Joey, and my deal is I like to go to different airports, show you what the airport is like, travel on different airlines and different plane sizes, and I show you what it's like to go through. Where do we go from here?
Need an adult to organize this session. Right, so I think we should start with what the difference is between content like Noel's and Josh's and live streams. You want to go ahead and tell us? So I run my channel just like any other plane spot. I just sit at the end of the runway, wait for the planes to come out, and I try to share that with everybody else. And the difference between what I do and what he was mentioning here is everything I do is live. A couple things I clip out of live streams, but most of it is as you see it, as it's happening, mostly from Honolulu. So Honolulu, you would think we don't get a variety of aircraft. Sorry, we don't get the amount of aircraft here that like a Delta Hub is. We get a lot of variety out there, military action. So it's truly a place you can go and be like old school plane spotting. You don't have the app, you don't have the things. You never really know what's going around the runway, whether it be an F-22 or a plane transitioning over to China you've never heard of. So it's a truly beautiful experience just to get that old school plane spotting.
Well, something I will say is because you do the live airport live streams that we see a lot on YouTube, but I tried it a few times as well on my channel, and it turned out it was so hard to do. There's such an art to it. You have how much stuff do you carry to the airport to be able to live stream?
So I started out with a single camera computer on a very tall ladder with over 8 foot chips. I could see what that really cool. So then my next goal was to not have to pack things in and out of my car every day. So I bought what's called a K-truck. It's a Japanese domestic team truck, about 10 feet long. And I built a live studio on the back of it. So I have all my stuff mounted to the back of it. So basically I just drive up to the airport, put up the camera and start live streaming. So it's a tremendous amount of equipment that I made it very easy for me to live stream on one space. I can get everything set up and set everything down in about 10 minutes. So I don't have the luxury of someone who streams from their desk. Yeah, like the challenges we face out there is even if you go to the same spot every time, it's different every time. So you're in different conditions. The other day, we were beautiful blue skies, and we were streaming for a couple hours, and then all of a sudden, I'm in a tremendous downpour. So you don't get that streaming.
Yeah, totally. So I think live streaming is a lot harder to do than videos, which is why I mostly do videos now. I mean, I only sit at my desk now and fly my little airplanes in the flight sim and talk to the chat and talk to ATC. It's kind of nice to have this direct communication with all the viewers and direct feedback. Like when my landing sucks, they're going to say the landing sucks, right? But like, when you go out and go to the airport, it's tremendously on the 7 again. I mean, all the internet what you need, and you mostly don't have stable internet. Yeah, so that can become a big problem. Do you guys do live streaming as well?
I've done a fair bit of live streaming. I mean, I live out near Detroit Metro Airport, which is a pretty big one, so I've done some out there. I've done some live streaming from Chicago, which was really bad because the signal out there was so bad. It kept going in and out of signal. But like, I think Chicago's a good one. In Atlanta here, I might do some live streaming this evening. Actually, I'll set my camera at the Renaissance Hotel where there's like the runway view, the concourses, and everything. I think one of the biggest challenges with live streaming though is the fact that it's live. You don't know what's going to happen. You can't predict like in a video. Oh, I'm going to edit this clip here and put it here and this and that. It's there's a plane taking off over here and crap. I got to swing the camera quickly because you miss it. And then there's the weather. And then the whole aspect. My biggest thing with live streaming, why I haven't done as many of them, is also the fact that the batteries on everything. I mean, if the computer goes, which is running the software for live streaming, or if the camera battery goes, or all those things. It's a lot of work, and the weather is probably the worst part because you can, like you mentioned, have beautiful weather or have crappy weather. And I'm sure for like you out in Hawaii, they get strong thunderstorms almost every afternoon, lots of moisture, lots of rain, and just I think the weather game is the biggest thing with live streams that you have to play around with. I mean, some of my friends that have much bigger channels doing it too, like a couple people I've seen pictures that say LA flights and stuff like that. Have told me the same thing. The weather is the biggest thing with the live stream.
Yeah, I definitely don't do any live streaming. I have way too many times where I'm doing an intro or an outro and I have to refill and say what I say because I fumble a lot in my words. So live streaming would never be an option for me. It's cool, it's a cool idea. And then just people randomly seeing their random approaching you, there's always like those live streaming puppets where it can help you. The more that you're like close security and everything, you don't really have to worry about that. But if things like going to the back, you're not saying it's not the camera. They're all over the internet, so it's kind of not the best idea. You know, you don't want something going on the internet you don't want to see, you never know.
Yes.
And I have one more thing. Something that I've put some time and some effort into trying to do is so I do some flying with small planes, general aviation. And for a long time, there was Starlink, which had really good rates on general aviation. Pilots use it for weather, Sirius XM weather, supplements, all these things. And something that a couple people tried is I've seen people trying to do live streaming while they're flying, like in small planes. That's something I've looked into, I have the camera set up for. But then when Starlink prices triple, quadruple overnight, it's kind of like the money I'd have to put into making that happen, I don't think would get the returns that you use for the live streaming. But it would be cool, like next year, hopefully, I will be, it's a very complex story, but taking a small plane around the world, hopefully all 7 continents if I get that hammered out. And that would be something like live streaming those things would be a good option because to get all that footage and then have to edit it months later, that's one of the things I like about live streaming is you can't really predict it, but it's always there. It's going to live stream.
Yeah, I do. The Starlink thing is very funny. I have a few pilot friends that keep calling me on FaceTime while we're in the little Cessna. Yeah, and they're so funny. Look where I am, and I'm just sitting at home, which makes me jealous. So yeah, that's live streaming for you. I think it's always funny when we get. When I was at the airport, I had like a big speaker, and they would read out the donations. So when people they would donate stuff, and it would be read out by a computer voice, and it had no filter. So that didn't turn out very well, and the people just kept spamming stuff, just 7777777. And it went on for 10 minutes because I had no way to skip the donations. Is that you did that? It was you who did the 7777777. I couldn't talk. It was just, and everyone who went into the live stream at that time was like, "What the hell is going on? Why is it just 77777?" So yeah, that's the tail of live streaming, I guess.
You're good.
What I see on the end about live streams is when I used to go, I watch a lot of live streamers from around the world, and I never really got involved in the chat. And ever since I've been live streaming, I've been about 2.5 years, it's really the community that really makes me still do this. It's a lot of work to do things, and I don't have all the editing time and stuff like that. Everything I do is, once it's up, it's done. But it's a lot of stuff that frustrates you, and if you heard my live stream from the hotel yesterday, it's very frustrating to do. But the thing that really keeps me coming back is the people that are in the chat. I messaged me to do this. So it's all you guys out there that watch. So I know there's probably 20 or 30 people today that watch my live stream. You guys are what's really makes it worth it to me. It's definitely not the money. It's definitely not the frustration. It's the interaction with all of you guys. And I just want to thank everyone here who watched my channel, who may watch my channel. It's all about you guys. It's everything I do is because I love doing it. I love being up here. To do all the other stuff to get it to do is better than life. Thank you.
And one thing before we take questions, not just the people on the camera, live stream is such an important role in creating a community, that people in just the chat of live stream can talk to each other in real time. Whereas with a video, the comments, you spending 10 minutes getting a reply from someone, just the fact that we have a community, comments and chat really bring things together. I think that is so crucial that live streams have that connection. We'll take questions now. People put their hands up and get a mic to you.
I actually have a question for Swiss001. How do you see, like, the chat? Like, there's so many messages coming through. How do you be able to see them all? Do you just genuinely miss some? Because there's a lot. It'd be hard to see every
The
message.
thing about me is that I have like, I'm not a good, like, I don't have a good setup. You know, I film my videos with my iPhone now. You know, I'm an amateur, really. So all I have is my phone. So I read to the chat on my phone, and I do it at the same time while looking at the airplane. It works. It's okay. But some of the messages I don't see. So
I've seen them sometimes, you know, some people, it's like, how is that even possible?
yeah, well, when I'm in the critical phases of flight, like generally, like taking off or taxiing or landing, I can't see. But when I'm cruising, nothing's going on. I don't do anything else. I just go watch the channel.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
And that's a rule to live by for the pilots or pilot people. Don't answer the live streams or the chats when you're taking off or landing. It doesn't go. It never will. Again, you mentioned questions now, so anyone with questions?
Can we go? Yeah. I'll grab that just so people can hear me. So I have a budding, interested kid in doing content creation. We do the same topic, maybe not. I'm just curious, do you have any starting tips around types of tools that you feel are best to use for live streaming or not, and even how to get followers or boost your video this time?
So the thing I struggled with most when I first started live streaming, I wanted it to be like a broadcast, television. I was too caught up with the quality of the video, quality of the sound, making sure the cuts were perfect, and looked camera. I got way too caught up with that as opposed to just, and I know storytelling is kind of overused word in content creation, and it's a little less so in live streaming, not really telling a beginning and end story. But really what got me over the hump was being able to connect with people. So you just make something that they're not going to turn away from. It doesn't have to be perfect day one. And just make the connection with people. Make sure you're paying attention to the chat. You're not ignoring people. You call out people who help you. And that's really where you start to make that connection that becomes a person who wants to watch 1 5 minute live stream and something to come back because they like you. It's like planes, videos of planes all day. But especially when you're live streaming, you're making that instant connection with people. Technically wise, I focus on sound more than video because I can tell you right now for live stream, there's plenty of live streams that are instantly if the sound is terrible. So focus on the sound, and that's something that's a little easier to say than do because if you watch my live stream 2 days ago, I still fumble with the sound because you're trying to instantly EQ yourself to people that have 30-second delay. So you're talking, they're saying it's bad 30 seconds later, and you're like, just, I need somebody who's 5 minutes back in the screen. So if you can nail that and get a good sound thing, and then maybe work up to, streaming 4K, it's something that even I'm not doing it, it's just so out there. But sound, connection with community, and you get this stuff going very quickly and easily. One thing I will say about starting off like live stream or just videos in general is your phone can live stream. If you want to live stream, just live stream. Get started, do your first 5 live streams, first 10 live streams. You'll pick up on what can be improved over time, and quality does come with time. The more you do it, actually will get better. So let's say you can do the first couple live streams, you like to get sound equipment, get that sound equipment, and you will get that 10%, 10%. Just over time it will improve. Just keep going, do it again and again and again, and quality comes with time.
Now, what I always say is like, as a tip for creators starting off, and one is very trivial, make videos that you would watch yourself. That's quite obvious. But also, you can kind of see it almost like out of a business perspective, is like do something that hasn't really been done yet in that style. So, for example, for me, I started off like when I was 13, so quite a long time ago. But I have this mobile app called Infinite Flight, you might know it. It's like this mobile flight simulator. And I looked at all these aviation creators, and back then, everyone was kind of taking themselves seriously because they were supposed to, they're pilots, so they're kind of supposed to be serious and supposed to not joke around all the time. And there wasn't really a lot of funny stuff about aviation. There wasn't really any fun, flying, and doing crazy stuff. And so that's out of a business perspective, I thought, okay, that doesn't exist yet. Let's do that, and let's do it at a high frequency. I kept uploading. Even if the video didn't do well, I did a video every single day. So I think you should have the frequency that you should maintain for a while and try again, and make cool stuff that doesn't exist yet. So for example, what I really liked, okay, I have to bring this up. I hope you guys have seen it. I know I'm gonna, like, I think you've talked about this all day now because the video has gotten quite big. On April 1st, Dom here, he posted a very cool video where the title was Flying the Concorde in 2026. And it's an amazing video. You put so much work in it. And that's something that no one's ever done before, like that high production, high quality, but also like joke around kind of. That's so. Do you want to talk about the Concorde? Do you want to talk about the video? You don't. But so yeah, you went all out and you visited the Concorde on a special day where they would give you a tour and give you champagne. So you pretended to be on board the Concorde, but also had outside shots made with blenders. So you actually for real boarded the plane in the video. And you also had a flight, you even saw out of the window the delta tail of the Concorde, and that was so cool to see. So be unique and try to create something new, especially now because like there's so many people interested in aviation, and there's so many people posting about their flights and adventures and their real life adventures. You have to try and make something new. That's what I would say.
And one last thing, that's something that I've heard from a number of creators, like about some people make semi-similar things and you want to differentiate yourself and but like be yourself and all other things. And a line that I heard a while ago is one that's like, it goes something like, businesses don't grow, people do. Like, people follow the channels for the people more than the stuff. I mean, some people might want to see a trip report with Delta from this place to this place and whatever cabin. But some people follow because, oh, Noel Phillips made a new video from here to here, and I want to see what it is, regardless of if it's something you'd ever heard of, because it's just something that you've posted, for example.
Any more questions?
So how do you make all these ridiculous videos? Like, how do you come up with the ideas?
How do I come up with the ideas? That's an interesting one. I make daily videos, right? And so it's a bit dangerous because they can be repetitive. And that's true. I have like a few segments that I always do, like a short runway planes. That's like, I've made 1,000 videos on that. But I always like read the news, I watch YouTube, try to get inspired by stuff. And at some point, your brain is just always thinking every day, all day, like what could be tomorrow? Like what could happen tomorrow? You watch like flight sync channels, or you read through the content. The people are great. People have great ideas, and I'm like now expanded into experimenting properly, like physically and scientifically nearly, with like these crazy flight simulation ideas of putting big engines on a small plane or small engines on a big plane, like putting the Lycoming Cessna 172 engines on an A320, which by the way, you need 600 Cessna engines to fly an A320. And that's those kind of videos I like to do because you can just like, it's all right. Once you get the modeling figured out, it's like something I've been working on a lot. It's like the development of actual airplanes and modifying them. And so that's like the funny little ideas that always come to my mind. Yeah.
You run out of title ideas.
Yeah, I made 2,500 videos, so
I don't even have that many, but I struggle with it.
yeah. Any more questions?
I've got a question for Swiss. Alright. So I noticed that you make videos every day. And like I heard you in university back in Germany. How do you manage school video making?
I don't know. I go to school and I edit my videos don't do this, kids. But I go to university and I edit my videos in class and create these development things. And I mean, to be honest, the recording of the video itself, that's only like 1 hour or maybe 2 maximum of the day. So yeah, you can kind of manage your time, but it gets real busy. Yeah.
I think that's one of the things too, no matter if it's live streams or traditional videos or whatever, prioritizing time is a really big deal because it's like you don't want to be doing what you just gave that example of for editing stuff, but there's also like, oh, there are peak times for videos and there's things you want to come out at certain times or days or stuff like that. Don't do what he did, don't do what I do and skip health class because I wanted to finish a video by the weekend. Don't do that.
Good advice.
Always make sure you get plenty of sleep too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so what do you guys do on the side? Do you guys do YouTube full time?
I wish. I just crossed 200 subscribers, so this has been
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's really, really big. So this has been a lot of I work at a retail store, and I'm just going to not specify which retail store it is.
Okay.
It's just for my own safety. But yeah, work at retail, grocery store.
Okay. What do you do?
I do not work full time for the YouTube stuff either. I'm still in college. I have a side job. I have stuff to do all the time on top of the YouTube stuff. Eventually, I think if I ever got the following, I mean, I have almost 1,000 subscribers now, a couple hundred on Instagram and all that. If I got the following, I think I might consider doing it. But also, as I've heard from Noel and Josh and several other people, it becomes a job. Like, it's fun, but eventually it kind of becomes like sometimes you want to be sitting at home and not going from all these random places day and night. It sounds like a first world problem if ever there is one, but it becomes tiring to make the videos and do all the stuff to a degree.
Sure. Do you do YouTube full time?
No, I don't use, I have a day job. I'm lucky enough to have a day job that's maybe a little flexible so I can get out to the runway at 6:30 and shoot until about 10 and still get to do a full day of IT work after that. And so I'm lucky I found a balance with that. I don't know if I want it to be a full-time career right now. Because, like you said, I don't want to get burnt out. I love doing it so much. I love it so much. I don't want to get burnt out. So I'm going to have that break. I'm lucky I edit videos and spend that time there. So.
I mean, I work full time, but I'm sure my other half, my better half, would say I do YouTube full time as well. But no, I don't do it full time, but it does take a lot of time to do. So if you're going to do it, settle in for the long haul. That's all I can say.
Is this one? Yeah, it's working. Thank you so much to everyone. Please give them a So what I'd like to do again with this panel is if you can all stand to let people take pictures as a group, that'd be cool. And what I'd like to do again is just remind everyone to please keep the lines moving for me and the creators, because I'm sure if this was Disney, it could be up to 2